Hello everyone, this is Ashton Robinson, returning back with another True Box Earbud review. And today we're going to be talking about the Apple Airpods Pro 2. Now I'm going to let you know that this video is probably going to be a little longer than usual than my other videos because I got a lot to talk about with these AirPods Pro 2 and how I got them. First starting off, how I got them is I helped out a lady that stopped me at a gas station saying she needed help feeding her kids and to help feed her family. And she had these with her, so she said if I give her a certain amount of money to help her out, then she'll give me these. Now I know that kind of sounds sketchy, and that and for that reason, these might be getting these secondhand off for a lady like that. Maybe seem as these may be fake, but I'm pretty 80% sure they are real because they do everything. They have the swipe gestures. I do have an Android phone, so I'm not able to do certain things with the Apple AirPods that you can with an iPhone. So it's hard to really tell. That's why I'm really looking forward to selling these to somebody who really wants them. Hopefully, or I give them to somebody in the near future that for a gift or something like that. If I can't sell them, but yeah, that's one thing about these earbuds. I'm not sure if they're real. I'm pretty sure they are real though, but it's hard to tell nowadays when you get certain um things from people secondhand that you don't really know like that. So yeah, just gonna go ahead with go with that as you please. I'll say, excuse me. But going on, we're gonna get into the review. At the end of the review, I'll tell you what I think about having these Apple AirPods. Starting with specs, as far as I know, these as the Apple AirPod Pros. I was gonna say AirPod Pros 2 from now on. But ANC and transparency mode, they're supposed to have that. I haven't been able to activate that with these earbuds, but they're supposed to have that on there. But maybe you need an iPhone to kind of go into the app and customize some things or activate some things. But that's all. That's one thing I can't activate on these earbuds. But I'm pretty sure Apple AirPod Pros 2 supposed to have ANC and transparency mode. But the squeeze controls do work, and the swipe controls. The squeeze controls to do the playback controls like pause, skip a track, rewind a track. You do all that with the squeeze controls, and um you can also control the volume with the swipe gestures. Swiping up goes volume up, and swiping down goes volume down. That's pretty cool. I think that's one thing that's pretty cool. I wish other earbuds do would take notice of that. I thought that's pretty cool though. But Samsung has some of theirs do it too. But then again, I don't really care for stem style earbuds, so I don't know how you would. Well, they did it. They did in um Samsung did do something like that with their Galaxy Buds Pro 2. I think they're twos, but they don't have stems. But going on with the review, these have IPX4 rating, which is water resistant. So you can't get them submerge them in the water, or that might mess them up. But if you get a little splash on them while working out, or you get caught in the rain a little bit, they should be fine. They have adaptive EQ, which I guess depending on the volume or the what type of music you listen to, they're supposed to kind of tweak the sound your of the music you listen to, like how high the bass is and how clear the treble is and all that. Depending on what you listen to, how the volume is to, and so many different factors. But I don't know if that works with these earbuds. That's a non-factor for me, at least with these. And we'll get into that. Why I say that later in the review. But moving on to the other things about this earbuds, the weight comfort pretty good. I have really no complaints. I give it 8.5 because the stem, because you might not can lay down on your side comfortably with the earbuds in your ears as you go to sleep with them. On your back you should be fine, but on your side probably not. I was getting around 6 hours of playtime with these earbuds. So that's the 6 rating for that. Call quality, now just one thing. These earbuds kind of, I would give it a 10, but a little more, a little margin. Sorry. Ooh, my stomach is kind of upset right now. But these have a little margin of error. Um, just give a little margin there, but these definitely excel when it call quality. Like I was on the phone with my sister, and she said, "Yeah, this got to be the real thing. These got to be the real podcast. You sound crystal clear." She had me on speakerphone, and I can tell that she had me on speakerphone the way she was telling. So that lets me know that the call quality is really high quality. It's a good quality. So that's why I gave it 9.5. Volume, these get pretty loud actually. I give it a 9 for that. So you had no problems with volume with these. They get pretty good loud. I turned up about 75 to 80%, and that was plenty of volume for me. Now the bass is interesting. I think these have way too much of overpowering bass. It muddles the sound, and even with I have a a EQ called Wavelet that I download, and I had to turn the bass down so much, and It's still super powerful, and kind of muddy up the sound. No matter how low I turn down the bass, it's still so overpowering the sound. So yes, not good quality bass, but I give it 8.5 for it actually having powerful bass. It's just not good quality bass. Going on with sound clarity, these sound very muddled too. The vocals do not sound crystal clear at all. The treble is almost non-existent. There's no sparkle in these, and yeah, that's just not very good with that. Even when I EQ the in Wavelet to turn up the treble, it got a tad bit up to sound listenable, but not good enough to really high quality music. That's one thing about AirPods. Well, I'll get into that after, cause I got a little bit of a rant after my review about AirPods and just Apple products in general. But connectivity, that's one thing that's really good with these. Also, I give it a 9. Had no real problems with connectivity. They got even with my phone on the ground, not ground, but in my bedroom, and me going out my room, we haven't had much disconnection, and I haven't had any problems with disconnecting. Even going outside with them, they have good connection. So that's one good thing about. That's another good thing about these earbuds. Overall, on score, I gave it an 82, which is a B minus, which is on the lower side of scores that I give on my earbuds. So do I recommend these? Definitely not. I never really been a big fan of Apple Airpods, even with the ones before these, the Pros, just the regular AirPods. Didn't care about those. I didn't care about the AirPod Pros too when they came out. 'Cause I think if these are real and seem to be real, um, I have to go. I'm probably gonna come back and check and see if these are real in the future. But if these are the real ones, then that is horrible for what people are paying for. $200 for AirPod Pros 2, and just sound quality is what you get. That's horrible. Now I was saying for these, if you just on the phone mostly and you don't really listen to music, then yeah, you might can get by with having these and pay for that. You just want a good phone quality. But for music lovers, then if you listen to music a lot and you want high quality sound music, definitely do not get Apple AirPod Pros 2, or any type of AirPods or Apple product for that matter, because they do not focus. From my point of view, they do not focus on sound quality. They focus on convenience and getting you into the ecosystem of Apple just being popular, where you everybody has Apple products. So they want to make you like them, to make it look like if you're not having Apple products, you're not part of the norm. If you don't have Apple products and you have something like Samsung or Sony or something else that's higher quality when it comes to sound quality. But yeah, I do not recommend Apple products for music lovers. So if you just a regular person that don't listen to music and you mostly on phone calls, then yeah, go ahead get them. But for me, definitely not. So I do not recommend this for people like me who are music lovers at all. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say. But yeah, about apples. But thank you guys for watching this review. Please leave a thumbs up and comment down below what your thoughts about Apple AirPods. I would like to conversate with people and see if I can get an idea how what people think about Apple AirPods, especially people like me who are kind of like an audiophile and really care about music a lot. What you think I on the spot, or am I, or do you think I'm wrong about Apple AirPods? But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below again. Share this with friends who has Apple AirPods. And subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.